Number 1. Petrovaradin Fortress. A strategic prize on an outcrop by the Danube, Petrovaradin had been in the hands of the Ottomans for 150 years before it was wrested from them by the Habsburg Empire in the Great Turkish War. Immediately in 1692, the Austrians went about building an eastern bulwark against the Ottomans, a Vauban-style fortress with dimensions that had never been seen before. Number 2. Petrovaradin Clock Tower. On a square with a glorious view of the Danube and Novi Sad is the fortress's Baroque clock tower, positioned high above one of the gates to the compound. You might realize that something is amiss about the clock face, as the large hand has been swapped for the small one. Number 3. Dunavska Street. There's no better jumping-off point for an amble around the city. Dunavska, Danube, Street is an east-to-west thoroughfare that is partly pedestrianized and lined with stately mansions and townhouses. Number 4. Trg Slobod. Novi Sad is at its most distinguished on this square in the center of the city, almost entirely bordered by historic architecture. Trg Slobod, Liberty Square, is also referred to as Svetozer Militic Square, and there's a statue of this 19th-century figure in the middle. Number 5. Danube Park. The city's favorite park was landscaped in 1895, where Novi Sad's annual fair used to take place. In spring and summer it's a sophisticated green space for a few minutes of peace, with a pond and a multitude of tree species like birches, hazelnut, willows and an ancient English oak that has been listed. Number 6. Museum of Vojvodina. This attraction in a stuccoed 19th-century palace on Danube Park documents 8,000 years of life in the Vojvodina province. Number 7. The Name of Mary Church. The tallest church in Vojvodina is on Trg Slobod, Liberty Square, and rises to 72 meters. This majestic landmark replaced an earlier church that was hit during the 1848 revolution. Number 8. Novi Sad Synagogue. A synagogue has stood at 11 Jevrejska, Jewish, Street since the 1700s. The current one is the fifth version of the building, dating to the start of the 1900s and designed by the Hungarian Art Nouveau architect Baumhorn Lippitt. Number 9. Vladikansky Dvor. Also integral to any sightseeing trip in Novi Sad, the Bishop's Palace is up there with the city's most beautiful monuments. Like so much of the city's heritage, it's from the second half of the 19th century after the previous Bishop's Palace was destroyed in 1848. Number 10. St. George's Cathedral. This is Novi Sad's main Orthodox church, although you wouldn't know it from the outside. The architecture is a kind of Baroque revival, as, like much of the city, the original 18th century building was torn apart in the 1848 revolution. Hope you liked this video. For more videos, please subscribe to our channel.